Studio One, we have problems, Houston. What's going on? Jeez, this is hopeless. What are we going to do? Evening, Tony. Tonight's story is about the buff-headed owl and his young son, Buffy. Bit of a crowd down there tonight.
Yeah.
Back to normal transmission.
Hey, Mel.
There's Mel here. Hello, Mel. Slow cooked smoked brisket. Yum. Someone else cooked a brisket recently. Oh, that was Ken, wasn't it, when he came around and told us?
Yeah.
Sounds delicious. Mashed potato white sauce. I'm sure we're going to get some piggies.
Yeah, just waiting for the pic smell. If she's still there or is she gone?
Nope. Brisket and salad. Oh. Ah, brisket in the barbecue. I get it. In a slow cooker, like the American way.
In the smoker. In his smoker, not slow cooker.
That's what I mean. That's what Americans cook their brisket in a smoker.
You said slow cooker.
Pit boss. Oh, Mr. Caesar's wrong again. Fine. Fine.
You said...
Woohoo. So we got our shit up, Mel. Yes, I'm always the loser. I accept that. Got our shit up, and I've been sanding and paint stripping these 100-year-old veranda posts that you can just see in the background lying on a trellis. Man, that's a big job.
Where's Tony? Did you say hello to Tony before?
Oh, I just presumed he was here by now. He's always first.
Oh. Yes, he's always busy.
I would expect nothing, yes. Always busy, slaving away. Evening, oh, gringo. 6
Hello.
a.m. I'll show you me wood, Mel. Are you ready? Brace yourself.
God, first you got to see his deck, now you're seeing his wood.
Yeah. I think somebody just yawned. That was Mrs. Seeds. Oh, it's dark. Don't be frightened. So, that's what I've been doing this afternoon. It pissed down here. It rained everywhere. These are 100-year-old or a bit older veranda posts of a very old colonial home which was demolished because it was beyond repair. But I've used a paint stripper to get the process started. And when I get enough back, then I'll sand like that. But it's a big job. This paint stripper will come off the first 2 layers there. Loads of paint. I would estimate 12 coats of paint. But you can see the posts. They are about 10 foot long. So I've got lots of work. I couldn't get much done today because it rained. But that's what they are. They're going to be veranda posts. And I don't know if you've seen our new shed. Check that out. Well, the camera's steady, you might be able to see it properly. So it's 8 foot tall, 10 by 10. And the solar lights are kicking in now. There's a fair bit of light coming off the back patio. And right over there, as you can hear, they're playing sport. It's all back to normal here. Oh look, there's Princess Yawn-a-Lot. Do I have a gold-plated door? No, you've just got a
Wooden door.
about 100-year-old old school door. Polished to your design, of course. And the bed waits, of course, you never come round here. We sit out here on lonely nights thinking, in the driveway, is that Mel, the husband and the dogs? But alas, no, just strangers walking by. We're getting drop-down automatic blinds for the back area here
8
on
o'clock.
Saturday.
Actually, I just remembered they rang to confirm they'll be here at 8.
On Saturday?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. A Richmond and Paul. One has canopy over her head, the other has a canopy under her bed. Yeah. You have to be around back.
Okay, Mel.
JJ demands attention.
Yeah, we've got your hat on.
No, I haven't. Where is it?
In the bathroom.
Oh,
You want it?
yeah, if you're willing to go and get it. Can you pick my rubbish Band-Aid up?
Oh, geez, what else do you want?
Nothing. I'll do it all if you like. Complain, complain, complain. Yeah, so the front veranda, I'm doing little bits of video. It's all been ripped down, the section that we're replacing. I'll do a little video by the end of the week. And I'll show you what we're up to. We were always going to do the front veranda. We just wanted to finish the back section first, then work our way forward. So more paint stripper tomorrow. More paint stripper the next day. Welcome back. I think it'll be probably 5 or 6 days work.
For a min, okay. Well, that's only 2 stars then, Mel.
Omegy. What's Omegy? Oh, that's right. It's oh my God. She ain't got stars. Ain't got no stars anymore.
That's because you haven't been on.
Dum, dum. Mel is lacking some stars. Well, I made tonight a bit different shepherd's pie, cottage pie, sorry. I grated 2.5 carrots and about half a kilo of mince, HP Worcestershire, onions, garlic, and I had 3 or 4 leftover spring onions, so I threw them in. Oh, US newsflash. The Federal Reserve, liking the City of London, they said they will be permanently 40% unemployed. Yeah, I've no doubt we've reached, without many people knowing, another Great Depression. This is a long time to play out. Everything's disjointed. There's no cohesion. We're very fortunate in Australia. We know we're fortunate. Give you an idea, like Mel's never not been working.
Just so it, Mel, right?
What? Was something pleasant? No. No, I'm not cookers for the team playing down the road. Just cooking, but I cooked up like I say, half kilo of mince and the veggies, mash, beautiful, yum, mash on top,
That's
bit of
yours.
paprika, parsley, yum. But anyway, we had a big meal each, and we've got 4 meals that we've just packed up between us. Put 2 in the freezer
Yes, you are
and
frontline
2
now.
in the fridge. Oh, don't be scared, Mel. We are a indomitable race that we will adapt. Times get tough. People just get smart.
What'd you find, Mel?
Hello. We're talking about a Coles journey here. An expedition into the takeaway. You gave us some takeaway. I think I just used the last 4.
No, couple of weeks ago you used the last 4 those ones, Mel, that you got us.
Good size. They were good size.
Yeah.
Freezer ones. I like to have only about 4 to 6 frozen meals. Because, you know, if you don't, you just keep cooking and you'll forget about them. You found other ones. Well, I think in a couple of weeks we might be going down to see our son in Bunbury because their kids play footy and they're sort of back playing but no crowds yet. And he's going to let us know when that happens. Yeah, I used to do that. I used to do exactly what I do now and take meals to work. Your father is hallucinating. Well, that's not such a bad thing to do. Imagine if I got old and I was just hallucinating about 10 dancing, you know, stripper pole Mels all in a row. I'd be going, yeah, I'm hallucinating, but it's not bad. Biker gang's taken over his living room.
Bless him. I mean, it's sad, but just with things they come out with, you can't help but laugh. The stuff my mum came out with towards the end just cracked us up.
Look, I mean, Mel's just said that she's sorry to hear that. I'm not. I'll be honest with you, Gringo. It's not the worst thing if you get to that stage that you just hallucinate. As long as it's not fear and panicking and, you know, worrying every minute.
Yeah, at least he's got someone to talk to, that's right. So what is it, Gringo? Well, Mel, it's hard. It's like every day I think of my mum.
Yeah, I think we all have a journey. And I'm pretty sure at the beginning we don't really know what's going to happen in our lives. And I think it's exactly the same near the end. We don't really know what's going to happen in our lives. We can only sort of work out the middle bit.
I know, Mel.
Well, my mum passed in 1999. Yeah, yep, you only get one of them. And I'm sure she does you.
How can you not love Mel?
And Bob's your uncle, yeah. One of the things that I always think of, particularly Mystic Angel's mum, because she was a lovely lady, and I always think of things to include her during the week, just silly little things. But, so for me, she's not gone. And she was funny, trust me. She had a wry sense of humour and could tell a mean joke. Oh, she doesn't leave, Mel. You're going to mount her on the wall like a moose.
My mum always said that we should make her ashes into diamonds. I would if it didn't cost so much.
Yeah, they go back to where they come from. That's how I believe. That's where we came from, is we're not sure, and that's where we go. But it must be good, because we've got a chance to run through this life. Yeah, it's one of those. We don't want to lose anyone. We don't. That's what we want. Is we don't want to lose anyone. But every now and then you'll look in the mirror and think, "Oh, what happened to that young bloke? Where'd he go?"
I
And
don't think that.
no, it'd be a bit strange if you said, "Oh, where's that young bloke gone?" But you do look around. You know when you meet people you haven't met for 20 years, they're sort of like, "Oh, geez, what happened there?" But then again, they're looking back at you thinking, "Oh, geez, what happened there?"
Yes, that was me yawning.
Remind me to get a wider brush.
I mean, you've got a brush
No,
in the
I've got a
holders.
3-inch. I want something about that wide. Makes it easier to do the paint stripping on those posts.
No sugar.
Hello, Shuggy. I don't really care. Sugar, that's the honest truth. The relative term of are we getting older? Yeah. But we're still kicking and breathing, so we shouldn't bitch. There's no point. Yep, that's it. Yep, no, exactly. Old people are just young people with wrinkles. Mr. Garner used to work in a nursing home down south in Western Australia. And each of the old people have their own personalities, just like they do when they were younger. So that doesn't change as you get older. They crave conversation. Because you've got to imagine, just imagine that you're in a nursing home, say, with 20 people, and you've been with them for 10 years. It's like, geez, even if just the dustman comes in, I'll have a chat with him. So it's that sort of thing. It's not that they hate each other, but there are feuds, trust me. But it's really a case of they wake up, they eat, have a shower, watch their television show, and they just crave for something different. I get it. We used to take vegetables to them, particularly tomatoes, and our little dog. And they loved the tomatoes and they wanted to keep our little dog. But we brought her over pretty often, so they get to see her. Of course, we got in trouble when we were leaving.
Yeah, well.
Loads more planes in the sky.
There. It smells.
Yum. Very nice. What was the tattoo, old Ringo? Yeah. No, I've met a few people in my life with the numbers.
Gee, they're loud tonight.
Yeah, it's a big crowd down there. Yep, that's dead right, true. What happens in between is the living. Now, we can do that well, or we can do it badly, and we've all done it badly. And on the occasions we've done it well, it's good. Good evening, Tony. Sir Tony Abbott.
Have you had your shower, Tony?
I would have had a shower by now, for sure.
No.
No? No, I reckon he is. That's cool. Old Ray, cool.
Yes. Sometimes sometimes when people have had hardship, they're very gentle people. Oh, you've had a shower already, Tony? Jeez. You're supposed to come in here first and tell us.
I can hear the Bee Gees music now. He's all dressed up, flares, tight yellow nylon shirt, fluffy hair. He's just a woman's man.
Well, that was her legacy, Gringo, see? Her legacy to you. You'll never forget her. You can watch the game from here on the TV and pretend you're here
And
with the crowd.
the footy's on television, Tony. Collingwood and Richmond.
Oh, how exciting.
Yes. Wife always gets excited during football season. I've even heard, if you're there still, Mel, never been a big footy person. Yeah, I mean, I used to play footy. I like watching it, but I don't watch a lot of it, to be honest.
Actually, you do watch less the last couple of years than you used to.
Yeah.
It used to be any game, that was it. You were watching it.
Well, the generation we're talking of, old Gringo, certainly know what hard times are like.
That's why it's important to get their stories and videos.
Yep.
Not the same as sitting down in person with someone, but it's still, you can still feel and see the emotions when you have videos.
Tony's going to be right back.
Oh, you making us a coffee, Tony?
I reckon he's getting cheese, pickles, crackers,
Oh, that's what I didn't make.
probably
coffee.
a coalie.
Gringo, can you make us a coffee, please? I'm too lazy to get up.
I'd do it, but I'm exhausted from working all day.
I'll make it in a minute.
Haven't done a lot of work like that for a while. I did the shed yesterday. That was probably 5 hours, 4 hours.
Yeah.
But just on the tools again, my hands cramp up. He didn't know you're getting old. He sitting there, your hand goes, "Er, what are you doing? All cramping up on me. What's going on?" There you go, cup of coffee from Gringo.
Oh, thanks. I'll imagine it. Shall I go make a real one?
Yeah, we probably had drizzle for most of the day. It's only in the afternoon I got a chance to get into it. Yeah, that was the main part about playing as a kid. I was never inside when I was a kid. I was fishing, riding my bike, just exploring, camping out on the end of rocks in the ocean.
Well, just because you're an adult, that doesn't have to leave you.
What?
Have an imagination.
No, that's right. It's good to have an imagination. You know, when you're sitting there and there's an old man on a rock called Old Gringo. He doesn't talk to anyone, but he sits there with a brown paper bag and something inside, a bottle of some sort. I think it's tequila, I'm not sure. But still, he sits on the rock and the people just admire him. Because he sits there in the weather of the snow and the rain and wind. He cares not anything for what people think.
While he's watching the geese.
What geese?
Well, that video
Whose
you did.
story is this, woman?
Shut up.
Nothing wrong with a good imagination. We'd see Evel Knievel, then go make jump off boards and hurt yourself. Yep. Yeah, I was always cutting, breaking, or doing something. But it's good fun. A lot of people just get stuck in a rut. And it's easy to do. But every now and then you've got to break out. I want to break free. Got it. Got to shake, rattle and roll every now and then, do something maybe a little bit dangerous, maybe a little bit that you're not sure about, and go places and do things just because you can. Yeah, that was pretty normal in the back of a truck.
Or in a trailer.
Yeah, in a trailer.
Used to ride in the trailer when Dad used to take it to the tip. Man, back then, if you did that now, you'd be booked, chucked in jail, child abuse. You just can't do that sort of thing with your kids these days. Unless you're actually out on a farm, I suppose.
Yes, the world has become politically correct and excitement benign. No, you shan't have fun. If you're having fun, that means someone else is not having fun, so you shan't have fun, all right? Be miserable like the rest of us. Get used to it. I'm pretty sure you can still have the same freedom. But we do get trapped. We do this job, work, cycle. That's okay, there's nothing wrong with that. But you've got to spoil yourself every now and then. Buy yourself something. Go somewhere, do something. Because just eating, sleeping and working is not what we're really all about. We go back 10,000 years, me and Gringo would be out hunting, having a bit of a laugh, catching a feed for the village, go back, probably not do anything for 4 or 5 days, sleep under a rock or a cave, watch the animals, think that's pretty good. Yeah, very simple stuff, but not now. No, not now. Get on the treadmill, 9 to 5, just a way to make a living. Boring. But only people that can break free are the ones that decide to. I should sleep well tonight. Got to get up about 6 tomorrow. Still dark here at 6.
It's dark at 7.
Well, it's darkish at 7, yeah.
I'll make a cuppa.
If it's not raining, I shall be doing some work on those posts. Because I think I'll need them in about 4 or 5 days. Welcome back, Tony. The Cabinet recognises in the stand
I better give him a
the
star.
former Prime Minister, Mr Tony Abbott.
There's your stars, Tony. Now I'm going to be right back.
Yeah, good old song that. There's only one Tony Abbott. Na 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 na. Da 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 da. So what you got planned for the weekend? Tony, it's another day away, but nearly there. Wall Street stock market guy who went to rural Mexico befriended a local fisherman, questioning him, why don't you start a company and go big, etc. What will that get me? Good answer. Yeah, I see where this is going. Very true. Nice quiet weekend, righto. Bit of pottering around the garden maybe. I told you a long time ago, my grandfather said that they basically only worked about 90 days of the year because there was always some festival. Now in the 1890s, very common for most villagers just to work 3 months of the year. Most of that was during the summer, During winter, they'd already, cured the bacon, stored away the nuts and berries, flour, all those sort of things, made their beer, wine, spirits. They were living to work, not working to live. Something we've lost. And I'm sure a lot of people get frustrated with life and believe that they just are existing, a bit like the man in the can. He doesn't live a life, he just exists. Groundhog Day, every day. And there's a big difference between living a life and just existing. Just to exist is pointless, really. You've got to have some sort of purpose, even if it's only a small ambition, something. But just to exist means you are just a faded light and dimming every day. I've been checking out a few places to go when we go to New Zealand. Not sure when that's going to be. Everything needs to open up. But New Zealand doesn't have any cases. My state doesn't have any cases of virus, and pretty much there. But another couple of months probably go even after the new year. But hotels are pretty good. 80 to 120 bucks a night gets you a good hotel near a river, good restaurants. We thought about hiring a car, but they have a great train system, so you can hop on and hop off, get a pass, for a few weeks, and just wander around the places you want to go. You can always hire a car if you want to do. I quite like sitting back on a train, having a cold one day, or someone else does the driving. That's probably our next holiday, New Zealand. Been there before, but it's beautiful. If you ever get a chance, have a go. Yeah, we just like to wander. We're not real big fans, even though we did go on a tour in the UK. That was only a short part of our holiday. Everything else we just did off the cuff, went where we wanted to. That's how we like to do it. Another plane landing. There's heaps of planes now. They're coming in thick and fast. It's not bad tonight. It's 19 degrees still. That would be because of all that rain. We didn't have a lot of rain, but it was misty rain most of the day. I've got to seal the shed floor on the weekend. Put elastic on the outside and the inside. Do that when you're in the Philippines. Yeah, it's just cool just to, ask if a couple of locals, where's a good place to go? And they always tell you. Not only tell you to piss off, but you know what I mean? They'll say, yeah, go up there, there's beautiful rainforest and waterfalls. Probably wouldn't even know if you didn't ask. Yeah, rural's okay. Most people, we've met around the world, I've got to be honest, most people are just very generous of their time, willing to do things that you didn't ask them to do. But I always think of it, that's what we do here. If we see a stranger and they don't know what's going on, So most people are like us, we're willing to spend a bit of time. Hello, Buttercup. Oh, we've got someone there. Has he got a uniform on? Bit of a swagger in his step. Come on, Buttercup. You can tell us. Mystic's just making a cuppa. She'll be back in a sec. I'd show you me wood, Buttercup, but I've already shown everyone else. Oh, he has lots of tools. Have you put on a little background music, lift music in the background? Da, 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 da.
Who are you singing to?
Buttercup's here. He's got a man in the house again.
Who's got a man in the house?
Buttercup. He's got a decent tool, she said. Ah, someone has all the luck.
What, do you want a man in the house?
Oh, don't be awful. Look, it's a Buttercup cup.
Damn, I wrote a name wrong. I have to do it again.
Dog's barking at the bloke in it. No, Buttercup's dog will be lying on its back going, oh, I don't care.
So she's just coming for a quickie.
Yeah, well, it's a bit suspect, isn't it? She's having a quickie and there's a man in the house. Say no more. Nudge, nudge, wink, wink. Good as a nod to a blind man. You can speak a little Japanese. Okay. Yeah, the one thing I don't like is when someone is really confused and looks scared, lost. You wouldn't want to happen to you.
No.
So the Japanese said, "Ha, haiku very much, oh Karingo. Come here, I'll show you my samurai." So did he move any like sumo wrestler moves on you? No, it's good. Like I say, hopefully one day that'll happen to you. Someone looks after you.
See
Good night,
ya.
Tony.
Have a good sleep, Tony.
Yes. Don't forget. I got to admit, your government's not nice. Mind you, most governments aren't. But like I say, I'm quite bitter on how Americans are treated. You know, you're supposed to be a first world country, but you're treated like you're a third world person. That really annoys me. So much wealth, and it is not even partially distributed. Not all of it distributed, not even a little bit. It is one of the sad things. We get asked when we've been around the world many times, are you American? We go, no, mate, we're Australian. Okay. It's like, we know. We were in Bali once and we had buying a bottle of beer each for $1. And a couple of American blokes come and they charged them $5 a bottle. They didn't know any better. They just paid it. It's like a generalised dislike. Unfortunately, the people of America are not bad people. Just the people running America are bad people. But what can you do? Oh, I bought a new packet of pork crackle.
You did.
I'm going to try that later.
Yeah, you bought two. I said to you and you didn't hear me. They've changed the packaging or they're just a
No,
different
different, because the other ones were next to them.
Oh.
So I'll give it a go. Wrap my old laughing gear around them, give them a bit of a crunch.
Are you there, Buddy? Have you heard of Volivant chocolate and Wagon Wheel chocolate? Like in a chocolate bar? Actually, do you get Wagon Wheels over there, Buttercup?
They call it something different there. It's 2 chocolate wafer biscuits covered in chocolate with sort of a spongy cream and jam in the middle. Yeah, look, most colonised countries have been through the same thing. There's a big kickback at the moment on historical leaders of the community that were also slave traders. Volivant, which is like a biscuit with furry, creamy stuff on top with coconut
Marshmallow.
and jam, marshmallow type thing.
It's marshmallow and
They call them something else, bon or something. I forget what it was when I was a kid.
marshmallows covered in coconut on top of a biscuit.
And we actually bought a packet of them too. So we got Volivant chocolate and Volivant biscuits.
I didn't know you bought Volivant biscuits.
I did. I made a cottage pie tonight. It was yum. Did this Japanese nun come up to you, Gringo, and go, "Oh, happy day, when Gringo walks, when Gringo walks"? Well, you see, old Gringo, and Buttercup will agree with me, the English do know how to speak other languages. What they do is they just speak a bit louder in English and expect everyone in different countries to understand what they're talking about. I don't know why I'm not sure why they do that, but they do.
Have a drink of water. Choked on your coffee.
Yes. Coffee has bones in it.
Yeah, that's true.
I don't think that way.
Depends on your appearance. Everybody has done it, even though you shouldn't judge a book by its cover.
Yep, if you want to know about nuns, just watch a comedian called, he's left us now, but great comedian, called Dave Allen. He's got a few nun stories. What's the score there, can you see it?
36 to 33. Just went to 34. Richmond's 34.
Ah, close game. very funny, Dave. But the funny English comedian I've always loved. He was as quick-witted as Robin Williams, if not quicker. And the man's name was Spike Milligan.
Oh yeah, I used to have his books.
Just so fast. But a wicked sense of humour. Of course, part of a quartet that was once the Goons. Harry Seacombe, Spike Milligan, Michael Bendine, and Peter Sellers. Yes, maybe you could narrate a story. Were you a Catholic schoolgirl, Buttercup? Did you go to a all-girls school? That would have been a bloody nightmare, I reckon, if you did. Oh, I copped
Oh, even I copped that.
rulers over the back of the knuckles.
And mine was just a public school.
Teachers were a little bit rough in the old days.
And the blackboard duster chucked at you.
You went to a mixed Catholic school. Yeah, they're pretty popular here. Only around about the start of the 1980s. Before that, it was all boys Catholic and all girl Catholic. And they were about all called the same thing. The girls' schools were always called Stella Maris, and the boys were St. John's. Mainly St. John's or St. Patrick's.
But you're not Catholic.
No. No, I'm a tall white alien just visiting.
So why'd your kids go to Catholic school?
Because it was one of the safest schools. That's the main reason.
Surprised they let them in.
Why?
Because there was a time when if you weren't Catholic, you couldn't
Oh,
go.
well, you had to say you were Catholic.
Yeah.
Because I said to the guy, but if I say I'm Catholic, that's good. He goes, yep.
Well, one of the parents has to be Catholic at least.
Well, she
isn't
was
it?
went to Catholic school, but
It's all
when you all weigh it up in conjunction, it's like
ridiculous.
silly. And Americanese.
Eraser.
Yes, well, I used to look after a couple of Catholic priests just prior to leaving my service.
Well, that's eraser. That word's only become popular in the last 10 years in Australia.
That's an American word.
Yeah, eraser. We say rubber and
Yeah.
we say blackboard duster. We don't say blackboard eraser or eraser.
No.
No, there's no social distancing in that game. That's out the window now.
No, but they've all been quarantined in separate areas. They haven't been or done anything except train and now play. I'm 57. Oh, I'm going to go so old. It's got creaks where the joints were used to be like mobile. Now they're just creaks. We all get old.
No, never.
It's just on the sporting field behind us. No, I'm pretty sure it's soccer tonight.
Not footy.
No, they wouldn't play footy at night. Aussie football's on television. I'll show you.
Why would they not play?
Just in there on the screen, you can only just see the little fellas running around.
Can't see nothing. Except the curtain.
Yeah, age doesn't really come into it, but when you do things that you used to do easily years ago and they become a little bit, oh, that hurts, shoulder, the back, my knee, and then you know that you're getting old. Yes, they do play on grass. I'll show you some in a moment, but I'm going to finish my cigarette first. What's the score now, dear?
36-35.
Who's 36?
Collingwood.
Yeah, close game. Must only be a minute or two to go.
4.
I'll take Gringo in and show him the last
Yeah,
four.
because it's nearly finished.
If you were offered to live to say to 100, would you say yes? I would say no. Thank you. There's 1 point the difference. 36 points to 35. And only 3 minutes to go. I shall sit down so I can make the camera more steadier. 1 point. Yep, England people call it a cig or a fag or a smoke. Three minutes 21 to go. Scores are level. Two minutes 46 to go. I think Richmond will win. Then we can see Eddie Maguire crying again. 2 minutes 32 to go. Richmond is the black with the yellow stripe, and Collingwood are black and white stripes. Notice Australian footballers don't wear pads. One minute 42 to go. "56 seconds. Oh, there's death here. Footy, don't worry. 30 seconds to go. 27. It's going to be a draw unless someone scores. Good tackle. That probably saved the game. It's going to be a draw, I think, which is very unusual. The siren's about to go. It's a draw. Well, there you go. Excitement. Not really. But that's our Australian rules footy.
Don't they play another 5 minutes?
No.
Is that only soccer?
No, they do it like in the finals. If there's a draw, they'll play another 10, I think, each way.
Oh, I thought even... I didn't realise that.
Yeah, it's sort of a non-stop game unless the ball goes out of bounds or a score is registered and the clock stops. And then they keep going. They play the game for 120 minutes.
Well, yous were both
2
right.
hours.
Ringo went for Richmond, Buddy went for Collingwood, and they both won.
Well, they got half each. Yeah, I played that game for a long time. Long time in the dream time. Many moons ago. I think you can watch Aussie rule football in the US. Pretty sure you can. No worries. Take care. Yeah, no, she's just perving at the blacks. Tight shorts. Yeah. We're just sex objects. Gringo, that's all we are to these women. Sex objects. The GAA games. Not sure what that is. The GAA games.
Hmm? I think you gotta plug your phone in.
Gaelic. Oh yeah, we play against them every year. Australia plays Ireland in Gaelic
Yeah,
football.
Okay.
It's like footy. It's like Australian rules, but with a round ball and a bit of a different goal setup. It looks more like rugby. They have unders and overs.
Overs. Going to a live footy match is different to watching on TV.
Yeah, it's good going to a live game. 100,000 people in
But
the stadium.
I've got to say, I miss the commentary. The commentary sometimes could make it on TV a bit exciting.
Yeah,
When you go to a live game,
there is none, unless
there
you
is
take a
none.
radio with you.
Yeah.
I think most of the stadiums have what they call in radio, where you just hire a headset and you can listen to the same broadcast that's being done.
Oh, your sauce healed alright.
Yeah, got a
Yeah.
tick drill put through my arm yesterday.
And play some of my games.
Yes, we might toodle off. Get a rest tonight and back into it tomorrow. Mind you, I'm pretty sure they're saying it could be raining.
Raining, yeah.
Rains? It's supposed to be raining now. Raining all night. Raining up to 1 o'clock. We'll see how that goes. Let's check out the radar. Yeah, not much. Bits and pieces, clouds.
Oh, JP.
Who's JP?
You just watched the game, didn't you, JP? Oh, actually, hang on.
Yeah, to watch the footy. Collingwood versus Richmond, 36 points each. And I watched the first few moments of the game and I thought Collingwood should have won.
So,
Obviously, the
This
collie
is-
wobble set in.
obviously, this is live.
What was it?
Yeah, I'm just good time with JP, that's all. Just trying to work it out.
Yep. It's definitely good to be back.
Well, I sort of will agree to disagree.
Why? Do you want to watch like full on body contact macrame or something?
No,
Or Sewing by Legends?
you must be lagging. How come? Maybe you need to refresh. Is there another game on tomorrow night?
Yeah, there's games on all the time now.
They're trying to catch up.
Well, they're having it. No one really knows what the fixtures are yet, but next 3 weeks I think are organised. I think most teams will be back in their own states probably mid-July. Who are they playing? Who are the Swans playing?
Sunday. No, don't go for the Swans, sorry. Sydney team. Nah.
Up he goes and look at Warwick Kappa.
Essendon. Well.
Who's Essendon? Oh, Essendon. That's my daughter's team.
Yes, she'll be watching that. Hey, Lord. Oh, Jono, what's the use of you?
Well, I think the Eagles are playing the Suns, which is not really fair.
Who? Playing
Gold Coast Suns, they're like hopeless.
I don't even... Is that their name?
Yeah, Gold Coast Suns.
Why do I not remember that name? And I was...
Because they're not very memorable.
No, obviously not. They obviously don't make it far into the season.
They're just... No one backs them monetary-wise. They're the second...
I've honestly never heard of them. Do
Okay.
they have another name?
No. They're the second Queensland franchise, which sort of, without Gary Ablett, look pretty weak now.
Well, you just go and find out now, JP, because we won't sleep until we know who's playing the Swans.
No, I will. Don't worry.
Just kidding.
Yeah, I mean, they've lost some good players. One played tonight, up forward, Lynch. But the thing about, like I say, there's no real money behind them. And they're still considered the Eagles, Philadelphia Eagles. No, the West Coast Eagles from Western Australia. Legendary team. Unlike the Swans, who we let win by 1 point one year.
Play Gringo, the West
And
Coast.
then we beat them the next year by 1 point. Why? Because we can.
Should play Gringo, the West Coast Eagles song. I do
We're
like
the
their
Eagles.
song.
West Coast Eagles.
And they bring a real eagle out, Gringo.
To show you why.
Certain games,
We're
isn't
the
it?
big bird. We give a big turd. We're the Eagles.
That's not the song.
We're flying high. The game's not the same without Dennis Cometti calling the game, of course. Gets the ball to half forward, there goes Lynch. Oh, punched away by McGovern. Picked up by Kickett, and it's a goal like a cork in the ocean. Not the same without Dennis, is it? I first watched Dennis Cometti on television in 1977. He used to call Gloucester Park Friday Night Trots on the ABC. So he's been a broadcaster for a long time. He still does local games here in the West. Not all the time, it just comes on every now and then.
God, someone's going to lose their voice tomorrow.
Hello, keeping it cooler. How are you? Man who's got more bacon than Texas. Yeah, he used to call the Gloucester Park Trots. He's had that little run smoothie, and there's a lot of like American influence in Dennis Cometti in his commentary, but he openly admitted that. He said, yeah, I want to make it entertaining. Howard Cosell. This is JP's song.
To show you why we're the big birds, kings of the big game. We're the eagles, we're flying high.
It is a good song.
We're the eagles, the West Coast Eagles, and we're here to show you why. We're the big birds, kings of the big game. We're the eagles, we're flying high. We're flying high.
And of course, one of the best games ever was 2 years ago in the grand final where Collingwood, which no one likes, played the Eagles. And Collingwood were in front, should have won, but the big birds came from behind. McGovern knocks it down, kicks it down to the forward line. Oh my goodness, he's on a tight angle. Can he kick? If he kicks this, the Eagles will win.
Mine's better.
Oh God. Freo just as good as the Gold Coast Suns, let's be honest. Yeah, it sucks. You mean the Freo one I have, JP? That'd be nice.
No.
Eagle song's pretty good. Freo song sounds like an ad for licorice.
Does not. Did Jono say the Freo Dockers song sucks?
I'm pretty sure he did. Yes, he's actually saying that Freo will improve this year and they should finish 17th.
That's it. I'm blocking you.
Well, they should be able to beat the Gold Coast Suns. Now, come on.
That's it. You're both banned. This can come back when RC Bully comes back.
Yeah, I think Eagles easy top four. I think Richmond, obviously. I think Geelong will do very well this year. I think there's a couple of reasons for that. Geelong are going to lose about 4 players after this year, for sure. And they've all had a good rest, the old boys. You know, the Dangerfields, the Abbots, a few others.
That's it. Block Gringo.
What?
He's going to back the West Coast Eagles now.
On your mate. Hey, True Blue. Don't go barracking for Freo. They're as good as the Gold Coast Suns.
All right, keeping back my team.
Nah.
I don't really care. I only back Fremantle because they're purple.
I was in a country squad in the north of my state, and they wanted about 6 players. I wasn't good enough. I went through the training session. I enjoyed it. It was a thrill. But some of the players that did come through were players like Murray Renstead, Chris Mainwaring, Ben Cousins. So, yeah.
Yes, we have eagles that are native to Australia, but our well-known native bird is probably the cockatoo, the emu. But yeah, we have eagles.
Meet the bands of a kangaroo. You can't fly, but I'm telling you, you can beat the cans of a kangaroo. Sydney Swans, are they a Chinese-owned team, or what is it?
Yeah,
All the Guernseys on the back says made in China. What's the go there?
don't go for Sydney Swans.
bucks.
Yeah,
don't you? Yeah, dude.
I've actually seen that one.
Oh, you got your membership pack today. That would be rosary beads for the Sydney Swans. That's one of the first things they give the members. And a cross and some holy water. That's all you need as a Sydney Swans supporter.
Yeah. Yeah, you haven't got my Fremantle. Oh my God, does he go for Sydney Swans?
There's the new, I think the new Sydney Swans theme song is "Can We Ever Win Again? Going down, da da da." No, I don't think it's going to be a great year for the Sydney Swans, I'll be honest. Not being brutal or mean.
Alright, you got to do a video on your membership pack, Jono.
Yeah, that'd be a good one.
Do a video
It's going to
on
be the scarf, the beanie, like I say, the holy water, the rosary beads and the cross. No, I mean the Sydney Swans have won twice in this century, so you got to give them credit where credit's due. But the Eagles have won 4 times, so we won't go there. Don't rub it in or anything. Yeah, one thing I always admire is a team, even if it lost every game of every week, but you know they're putting everything on the line. That's what makes the team. Win or lose,
They try, yeah.
you often see, and you've seen it, JP, teams just fold. That as a supporter of a team like that, you get quite bitter thinking, give me your Guernsey, I'll do it. Well, probably got to be brutal. Sydney Swans are probably the most patronised, other than Collingwood, and they're probably the best financially. But I always get a bit peeved. Like in my state, we don't recruit stars from other areas. We tend to have them come up through the ranks. But some teams want to buy the big guy, you know what I mean? Put a full forward in or a big ruckman and pay big money. And I'm thinking there's plenty of kids in the local area. And it's like when the Eagles first formed, they were basically unbeatable. They had probably the best players in Australia, but they didn't really gel and they didn't win a premiership in their first couple of years. But geez, they were a powerful team. Roscoe Denning, you know what I mean? Players like that coming into your team. Well, the Eagles are well supported in WA. Freo, not so much, I'll be honest. There's a fair following. And the Perth City is sort of split from, there's Freo, which is just sort of west and south of Perth. Then there's the rest of Perth, which all go for the Eagles. And the derbies are just unbelievable. And Freo do lift when they play the Eagles. But we've flogged them most times than not. But it's a good game, the derby. That's the one I'd like to go to again this year, if we're allowed. So where's your next holiday, JP? Ours will probably be New Zealand.
Cricket, oh my God. Cricket is in fashion.
It's the #1 sport in Australia, mate. Old Gringo. It's played from grassroots kids all the way up to old teams. Australian cricket is probably, per capita, the most followed sport in Australia.
Yeah, actually.
Well, it used to just be a summer sport, JP, but now because they play all around the globe all the time. I remember in the early 70s listening to an old radio at Headingley, and he comes in the bowl, massive bowl. Oh, he's got Fletcher out. Yes, clean bowled him, brilliant. Rodney Marsh puts the finger up to the crowd just to say hello. And yeah, it's a great game. And England have been flogged again by the dominating Australian team.
2 for 22.
That's right. Richie Bennett, of course, would say things like, And the score has gone to 2 for 22.
So yes, Jono, where is your next holiday?
I reckon you'll probably go to Dubbo myself. Lash out a few bucks.
You're not going to go to England, hey?
How do they do against India? Well, we've beaten India more times than they've beaten us. India's a great team. They're coming out here this coming summer.
If
No, they'll be coming out.
it'll be all right then, will it?
Well, they'll be playing without crowds if need be.
Yeah, but will they be allowed in? That means the borders will be opened.
There'll be special dispensation where they'll be put in a certain area, quarantined if you like, and then just play cricket and go home. Oh, some good places to go, mate. Camper trailer. Down south, I'd recommend, mate. Narooma, it's a good spot.
Drive here.
Yeah, come over here.
Again, if you're allowed.
Yes, we have. We've been to New Zealand. It's beautiful, mate. You'll love it.
Yeah, that's why
Yeah, no, it's definitely opening up. They're trying to get WA to open their borders, but
we don't
we're
want
just
to
saying,
get-
no, not at the moment, no rush, don't panic.
No.
We don't have any cases here. I think in 2 weeks' time, the NT, South Australia and WA open up for each other.
Is
And
it-
I think
don't
probably at
know-
the end of next month we'll open up to everyone.
I don't know about South Australia yet.
Yes, the wife wants to go to
Yep.
Hobbitville.
Yep, do a tour. Because we went there last time, but we didn't get to...
Oh, that's nowhere near where we were.
We drove through and past where they filmed.
Oh no, the Remarkables, but not the Hobbitville place. That's a different place.
No, we didn't go there, but we went, yeah.
Yeah, we could take JP to Queenstown and make him do a bungee jump. Make him go down the ski slopes. It's just very beautiful, New Zealand.
Oh, we're not going in winter.
Well, the best time to go is in about November and March to New Zealand. Yeah, look, I've been watching the figures in the US. It's just crazy. Many states are starting to go up again.
And these riots are not helping.
Yeah, no, it truly is. You fly to Queenstown from Sydney. It depends if you go economy or business class, but economy is probably $350 each way, $400 each way. Queenstown's beautiful. You get all your fun you want to find there, mate. Jet boat running around a river, bungee jumping, skiing. They even have that sort of what's that thing we went on where we went on these boards and down the mountain?
Oh, that's where that guy broke his leg.
Yeah,
Toboggan.
took that. Yeah, tobogganing,
But it was on concrete.
concrete and timber. Yeah.
Yeah, timber. And then that guy...
I
had-
broke the record. I flew through it.
You did, but the guy... I think I've got you on video doing that.
Yeah.
Yeah, the old New Zealand videos. And then the guy stuck his leg out, came around the corner, and his leg ended up behind him.
Yeah, I don't know how I did it. There's a bend, like an S bend, and I just went in a straight line.
That's where a lot of people came off, but not a very good corner, and that's, I think, where the guy broke his leg. I'm not sure.
You hit a tunnel.
I was in a tunnel. I thought it was around a corner.
That was silly because there had these walls to the tunnel, and his leg got caught, and he smashed his leg and snapped it. Yeah, well, my state's pretty much a desert, old Ringo. It's winter and it's 19 degrees. Mind you, around about 17 we start saying it's really cold.
It is surprisingly warm. It's cool, but it's warmer than most nights.
I reckon it's going to rain soon, that's why.
Well, we never got the thunderstorm we were supposed to get.
Yeah, we got the drizzle there. Yeah, I've always liked to live near the coast myself. Mind you, Australia, it's pretty easy to do. I've lived in the desert country. It's no big deal. So when you're coming over west, JP?
All right.
Bye, mate. You have a good one.
No, JP.
Well,
He says go to the Swans.
well, they are gone anyway, so I think he wants them to leave.
JP, go to
Go
bed.
Swans.
Good night. Go to bed. Oh, you'll tell us in the morning. Tell us in the morning what, when he's coming over here.
Yeah, you're welcome anytime, mate. Good night.
Yes, I shall go play a game.
I think we might turtle off too. Yeah, I think probably the part of America as a area I like is the northeast, Oregon. I think Washington State would be quite nice. I don't think much about living in Michigan. What state is JP in? Comatose.
Brisbane.
He's on the Gold Coast. He's a male stripper, but he doesn't want anyone to know.
So you have to whisper it.
Yeah, shh, don't tell anyone.
The Gold Coast is east. Is that right? No. We're
Yeah.
west.
Gold Coast on the East Coast. Yeah, I reckon they're just some of the things I've seen over the years. It's good country.
Yes, Brisbane.
Brisbane's Queensland. The states of Australia are as follows: Victoria, New South Wales, Queensland, the Northern Territory, South Australia, Tasmania, Western Australia, which is two-thirds the size of Australia, and one other place called the Australian Capital Territory,
Yeah, that's that gets.
which is the place where they have Parliament.
They sometimes forget that.
You could have lived in Oregon. Yeah, I liked Oregon. I've seen loads of videos, wilderness videos, and
Now
country
tell me
itself.
something. Now you say the word Oregon.
Yeah,
Add an O on the end.
oregano.
Yeah. Now Americans, how do they say oregano?
Oregano.
Yeah, you see what I mean? So why
That's
can
because
they?
they've not been taught proper.
So why can't they pronounce oregano like that when they can say
That's it, banana
Oregon.
benders. West Australians are called, because of the deserts, Algringa, our nickname is sand gropers. Groper as in fish, because there's plenty of fish here, and there's plenty of sand.
What's yeah,
South Australia's crow eaters,
crow eaters.
Northern Territory's Territorians,
That's right.
Victoria's Mexicans.
And
Canberra's the capital city of the ACT, and that's where the parliament is.
what is New South Welshman called? What's their nickname? I never know that one.
Waratahs.
No, they got a different name. Canberra's actually a nice city. Queanbeyan is a nice little place just outside of Canberra. That's where we had that big breakfast.
Yeah, but Canberra's a bit like Queenstown. It's all up and down hills, and
But it's clean and tidy.
yep, Canberra is the capital of Australia.
And Queanbeyan is a nice little town. Play game for a while. Say good night to the crowd.
Yep, we're going to toodle it off.
As the crowd shuffles in.
Just from over there, I thought she was going to sing. Bit scary. Have a good day, wherever you are on this planet. Be safe, be smart first. Be safe. When you can on occasions, be kind. Good night.